Dale Gerard, DGR01, phases. Solo. Definitely solo. But my interviewer will be back. Miss him, but he'll be back. So phases. You know, like this project, when I started a year ago, it's only been a year, feels like a lot longer to me. It's gone through many phases, and it continues to go through many phases, as everything does. But I think to myself, like, the world is changing so fast, and there's so many more important things. I mean, people don't have drinking water in some places in the world. You know, it's like, there's a lot of, like, kind of messed up things happening, and I'm making a fragrance. Who cares? Really? Who cares? Well, you know what? I'll tell you. I care. You know why? Because I am being the best version of myself. I'm finally being me. And if we all found the best versions of ourselves, this world would be a much more amazing place to live in, because we all would be much more kinder. We would be more loving. We would care more. We'd be more receptive. We would understand. You know, we would forgive. It would be a beautiful, beautiful, incredible thing. So when I think about, am I doing something that, like, is relevant or is important to the change of the world? Yes, because it can't happen anymore where it's like a lobbying kind of like a group of people changing things. That's done. It has to be individuals changing on their own. And when individuals change on their own, then that creates something. So to be happy, to make yourself the best version of yourself, is the most beautiful thing you can do. It's a really incredible thing. So don't ever think that doing something that doesn't have such a huge global, like, impact immediately is not the right thing, because it is. It's like, it's a phase, right? It's a thing. And we all start this way. Anything can change. So again, phases. So a friend I was talking to today said, you know, when's your fragrance coming out? When can I smell it? Where can I buy it? And I hear it a lot, and I'm grateful for that. I'm excited for that. I mean, that's what keeps me going. And it's kind of like phase where things are happening. So that's cool. It's exciting. But listen, when I started this, I didn't know all the things that were involved and what processes I had to go through. You know, you live, you learn, and you understand. So, you know, we talked about the fragrance house, and then it's like, okay, so you think, all right, project is done. No. How does it all come together? It's so amazingly, incredibly fucking complicated, but beautifully complicated. So you need a filler. What is a filler? Not Phyllis Diller, filler. People don't even know who Phyllis Diller is anymore. I mean, well, it's not like teenagers are listening to this, like, conversation. Anyway, I digress. So a filler is someone who takes all of the components of your products. They take the box, they take the bottle, they take the cap, they take the sprayer, they take everything, and they put it all together and saran wrap it and, like, put it in a store, baby. It's a filler. I didn't know I needed a filler. We all need a filler. So that's another phase, right? So you learn these things. It's amazing. And then after that is done, you're kind of sort of like on your way until it hits retail. But then you need someone to, like, you know, you need someone to help you kind of like introduce it to the market. And that's a whole nother conversation. So backtrack, phases. So yeah, so when is your fragrance coming out? Yeah, so it goes through these things because it takes time. So then I think sometimes, well, you know, through the kind of calm before the storm, so to speak, like, okay, phases, like, you know, maybe I can share these things with other people, and if people were smart, they would listen, and they would be like, oh, okay, this is what he did. And maybe because in retrospect, maybe I would have done things differently. Maybe I didn't need the website up so fast, and maybe I should have gotten a filler first, and maybe I should have, found a packaging place. It's endless, but it's with anything you do. You live, you learn, and the next time around, you become better, right? You just become like better. And so it's phases. Again, phases. So I guess how I want to end this is by saying that, like, really, 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 this is truly, truly, like, important to me, because through this whole process, it's like, okay, I'm doing something that I want to do that's going to make me happy, that I feel is going to make other people happy and bring them some kind of small pleasure in their life. But how am I giving back? So, my thing is, like, and not through a corporation, not through a company, but personally, like, whatever amount of fragrances and scents that I sell will go, a percentage of that money will go to somewhere, whoever needs it at that moment and give it in time. Like, whatever country, whatever situation, whatever, if your house burns down, if your village is lost, if anything that can happen, anything that I can help to do to give back what the world gives to me in gratitude, that I give back in gratitude, and that's the way it all works. So that's another phase. It's something you get to at a point where you're like, it's kind of a stopping point before your brand launches, and you're like, okay, so I have this kind of time. So now how can I make this even a more beautiful thing, right? And so that's how you make things work, and that's how you change the world, and that's how you become part of, like, the process, right? I think for sure that can be a phase. So do what you want to do, like, in life, and just understand that there's going to be phases where, until you get there, you got to go through them. But it's all worth it, baby. It's all worth it. Bye.